Officially, at least, the constraints of a packed schedule mean U.S. President Donald Trump will not visit the North-South Demilitarized Zone (DMZ), which divides a Korean peninsula on a nuclear knife edge. While that may be true on one level, the underlying reason lies in attempts to reduce tensions which are running higher than at any time since a 1953 ceasefire agreement ended the military conflict between two nations still technically at war. Things get even more toxic when an atmosphere still ripe with personal insults, which saw Trump brand North Korean leader Kim Jong-un Rocket Man and Kim describe his White House counterpart as a mentally deranged U.S. dotard, is added to the mix. In a one-day, whistle-stop visit, Trump is expected to meet President Moon Jae-in for a state dinner, visit Camp Humphreys, the biggest U.S. military base in Asia, and stop by the Seoul National Cemetery. Moon's attempts to calm the storm through negotiations have been rejected, and the South Korean president's voice has been largely ignored by other regional leaders. Unable to engage the North or lead dialogue with the international community, officials in Seoul are keen to at least contain Trump during his visit. There were also safety concerns about such a visit, the Korea Jungang Daily reported on October 25, and concerns in the South Korean government that Trump might do something provocative at the DMZ. In what appears to have been an effective diplomatic maneuver to that end, Moon invited Trump to visit Camp Humphreys military base in Pyeongtaek, Gyeonggi, secure in the knowledge that the U.S. president would not have time to visit the DMZ, also known as the 38th parallel. A senior U.S. administration official confirmed this week that Trump will be too busy to visit the DMZ, adding it's becoming a little bit of a cliché, frankly. Why Shinzo Abe needs Donald Trump to stay on message during this week's landmark visit. Camp Humphreys, Asia's busiest airfield, is also home to the 2nd Infantry Division, which is the only U.S. Army division that partly comprises South Korean soldiers, known as KAT-USA's Korean augmentation to the U.S. Army. Echoing concerns about Trump's unpredictability could trigger an international crisis, Democratic Senator Tammy Duckworth of Illinois posted a message on Twitter on November 2 calling on the 45th president of the U.S. to estimate how many people would die if the United States went to war with North Korea. Trump will also see the National Cemetery during his trip, the final resting place for veterans of the Korean independence movement, the Korean War and the Vietnam War, as well as former President Kim Dae-jung, who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his sunshine policy of engagement with North Korea. His trip marks the first visit to Seoul by a foreign head of state since Moon took office in May.